Dark matter, making up the majority of matter in the universe, is not directly detectable. While observational methods for characterizing the shape and evolution of dark matter structures improve, scientists rely on large-scale numerical simulations to study this mysterious substance. By providing a set of interactive tools, we can aid researchers in exploring the vast amounts of information produced by these simulations. The raw output from such a simulation is a set of particles, each representing a parcel of dark matter in 3D space. An interactive spatial viewer can allow researchers to visualize the structure of the universe from the individual particles themselves, or as dark matter halos, which represent groups of gravitationally bound particles. But this is just one of many ways to analyze such a dataset. Other representations, such as a visualization of halo mergers over time, as well as other statistical information, can be very powerful tools, especially when used in conjunction with one another. In our implementation, we couple local and remote analyses to handle the various scales of each of the data modalities. The majority of the components are handled locally on a desktop PC. This includes the interactive user interface, as well as the halo information and merger tree data, since they are smaller in scale. However, the massive size of the raw particle data requires more computing power. As a result, we employ a parallel renderer in a distributed setting to produce the 3D particle view. Communication between the client and remote server allows users to seamlessly explore all three views simultaneously. During a pre-processing step, halo information is extracted from the raw particle data using the Rockstar Halo Finder, and merger trees are constructed using the Consistent Trees merger tree code. Once the data has been distributed appropriately, exploration can begin. We begin with the remote particle and halo viewer. This view focuses on representing the physical 3D locations of particles and halos, as well as the structures that they form. In addition, users may choose any additional quantity, such as velocity magnitude, to map to the color of the particles. This can in turn be adjusted using a transfer function editor. Intuitive mouse-based camera controls allow users to explore various parts of the simulation domain and helps to get a sense of 3D structure. Lastly, a time slider can be used to adjust the current time step and animate the evolution of halos and particles. In this particular example, we show the merger of two halos and their respective particles. The merger trees, however, are able to provide a macroscopic representation of halo evolution throughout the simulation. Our merger tree view provides the means to explore this particular data modality. This view uses line segments to connect halos with progenitors and descendants in a 2D plot, whose horizontal axis represents time, and whose vertical axis can be mapped to any available halo property. In this case, it is mapped to the mass of the halo. In this particular example, we can see how the overall mass of halos grows over time as progenitors merge to form more massive halos. The vertical lines represent when a smaller halo merges with a massive halo, resulting in a large jump in mass. Selections can also be made in this view by dragging a selection area with the mouse. This, in turn, highlights trees in a separate color and can affect selections in the other views as well. The selected halos in the merger tree view are correspondingly selected in the 3D particle view, allowing users to simultaneously explore the merger evolution of a particular set of halos as well as their 3D structure. Lastly, we introduce our third tool, the quantitative viewer. The quantitative view can be used to display statistical information in the form of scatter or line plots. This view is generally set to reflect selections made in the other two views, but can be used to display information from the total dataset as well. In this particular example, we can see the velocity magnitude of each particle making up a selected halo as a function of its distance to the halo center. Such a plot can give insight into the internal rotational mechanics of halos of interest. Next, we demonstrate how our visualization system can interface with semi-analytical model codes to further investigate halos and their properties. We use Galacticus as an example. Although these codes are separate entities from our visualization software, we provide an interface which can be used to adjust key parameters and launch a separate process to begin computation. While Galacticus runs in the background, users are still free to interact with the visualization tool while they wait for the new results. Once finished, any new variables produced by Galacticus are now available to be loaded into the visualization tool and can be represented in any of the three views. In our implementation, Galacticus runs locally since the merge tree data sits client-side. In this example, we see a scatter plot of the abundance of stellar or gas metals and select a subset via the merger tree view. Understanding halo substructure is another key area of interest. In this example, a user selects a particularly interesting halo from the merger tree which resembles a large fluctuation in mass. Next, the substructure can be explored in more detail using the 3D particle view and quantitative plots. This halo has a complex set of particle clusters as well as 5 distinct peaks in a plot of particle velocity versus distance to halo center. Overall, we have demonstrated the ability of this visualization system to simultaneously explore the rich set of data modalities that can accompany dark matter simulations. Throughout this video, we were able to test this system using the Dark Sky Simulation data release. However, such a visualization system has applications to other datasets as well. Since many other cosmological simulations retain a similar particle halo merger tree data model, this system can be used to draw comparisons between different simulations and their underlying algorithms. In this clip, we show the merger of a group of halos using a large-scale dataset from the hardware-accelerated cosmology code. The distributed nature of the remote particle render can allow the system to achieve even larger scales with little modification to the system. By providing a diverse set of visualization and analysis tools, we hope to aid researchers in uncovering subtle patterns in their data and allow them to continue to unlock the secrets of the universe.